To understand one of the real benefits of vinegar, you have to understand pH. You can see from the picture there that it ranges from 0 to 14. 1 and 0 being extremely acid, and 13 and 14 being extremely basic or alkaline, as you would probably know. Now, what that means is each one of these levels isn't just one level up. They're actually 10 times. So 14 is 10 times more than 13. That's a funny way they do it in mathematics. But what we've got here, the important part is that everything in chemistry, everything in your body, every chemical reaction literally runs on the pH. The pH determines the speed of which chemicals react or not. Now, what's interesting about here, you can see on the right-hand side, you've got all the different things that can influence pH. And so you've got it right at the top, Drano, something that clears out the drains, and it cleans it out because it's so alkaline. Then you go down, and the most important one there is number 9, where you've got baking soda. And literally baking soda or sodium bicarbonate is alkaline and very much alkaline. We go down and we've got the waters in between about 7 and 6. And then going down the bottom, you find lemon juice and vinegar down here at a pH of around about 2. And of course, below that is gastric acid at 1. Now, it's interesting because lemon juice, you're often told that have a lemon juice early in the morning. Same as vinegar, the same principles apply. Now, on the other side, I've created it so that you can actually see the different chemistry of the various parts of your gut. And what's important here is digestion of most of the foods that we eat occurs at around about a pH of 2. So it has to be very, very acidic. In fact, there's an enzyme that breaks down proteins called pepsin, and its ideal level or ideal pH is 2. So we want to get to that pH of 2. The problem is when we get up here and we look at proton pump inhibitors or a really big, greasy, fat Western meal, it takes our digestive system up to 3 and 4, and therefore things can't digest properly. And as you can see, there are various other factors in there. Have a look at the chart. It's well worth understanding. So that then takes us on to what does this really mean in terms of digestion and the gut? Well, here it is. This is so important because the pH of the gut, that is the chemistry of the gut, determines so many factors. And the first one is digestion. Without pH, you can see directly below that label digestion that you don't get the breakdown of all of your nutrients. For example, you need a pH of around about 2 to 3 to get your minerals like iron, zinc, magnesium, calcium as well, by the way. So if you're low in any of these, it could be to do with your pH around about 3 or more or higher. So what we wanted to do is get it to 3 and below. Now, the same thing, by the way, happens, in fact, in the old days, you would have been told if you were low in iron, you would have been told to go have some silver beet or spinach and have it with an orange juice, which is about 3. So it helps break it down. A pH, a very acidic pH, also releases the B vitamins, things like B6, B12, folate, and one of the other B vitamins called biotin. And it enables it to be digested. But even more important, what happens is the pH of around about 2 to 3 untangles all your proteins. So all of that meaty stuff or the proteins that you get in your nuts and seeds and all those things can't be digested or can't be broken down properly until it's untangled. So at a molecular structure, it's all bound up like a fist just locked away there. And with a pH of around about 2 to 3, it opens it up and enables all of the digestive enzymes, in particular one called pepsin, to be able to do its work and break it down and give you all those important amino acids. So that's the first thing. Your proteins can't break down. Now, one of the big problems with that, by the way, is if proteins don't get digested in the stomach, they ferment in the large intestine, and you end up with lots of other problems, including allergies and so on. A whole raft of issues there. It doesn't break down the protein that you find in bread and so on, and all these other bits and pieces. Hey, Bob.